Good morning, friends. I'm getting ready for the day and I have to share some really great news with you. I've known about this trip for a while, but I just have had too many other things on my mind to even focus on the trip. So I haven't really talked about it in any of my vlogs. But I am going to Morocco and I'm leaving in a couple of days. You are seeing this most definitely while I'm over there already, and I will be vlogging while I'm over there. I'm really excited. So I'm going to Marrakesh, and then I'm doing like a desert excursion where I will be camel riding and doing other things. And I don't mean to be vague about this trip, but basically, like I mentioned in my previous vlog, my best girlfriend is turning 50. And so she signed up to go on this yoga retreat, and she's actually going with a friend of hers. And she mentioned to me when she came to visit me in August. So this was the friend that came to visit me. She stayed for like 8 days. I didn't really vlog much because she's not really on social media too much or whatever, at least personally. For her yoga she is, because she's a yoga instructor. Anyway, she mentioned it to me then. And I was like, oh, that sounds incredible. I actually had a trip planned to Morocco back in 2020. We all know what happened. So that trip was canceled. And, hadn't really thought of it. And so, my friend brought this up. She's like, yeah, we're going in November over my 50th. And I'm so excited. And I was like, oh my God, I'm dying to go. And she's like, why don't you come along? I don't do yoga. I'm not the biggest fan of yoga. It's just not my thing. So I said, well, I don't know. I don't know if a yoga retreat is my thing. She was like, oh, please. She's like, we're all using that as an excuse to go to Morocco, to go to Marrakesh. So she said the organizer of this yoga retreat, she's actually gone on other yoga retreats with this organizer. She said she's really fantastic, really organized, super sweet. And she's like, and most importantly, she will not care whether or not you do any yoga while you're there or whatever. But I think I'm just gonna go with the flow. I told her, yes, I'm just gonna tag along. So, I know some particulars about the itinerary. Like there's gonna be a big group dinner, not the night that we get there, but I think the second or third night. And we're actually going one day earlier than when the retreat starts, because if we didn't go a day earlier, we would have been in the air, on the day that my friend turns 50. And so we were like, we can't have that happen. So we're going to be there when she turns 50. We're going to go out to a nice dinner in Marrakesh, celebrate her birthday, and then kind of join the rest of the retreat. So I'm going to be gone for a total of 2 weeks, which was not the original plan. So I have to get myself over to New York, which is an extra day of travel. I'm spending the night, and then I'm flying out to Marrakesh with my friends in New York, and then I'm doing the same thing on the way back. We're all flying back to New York together, but then I have to spend the night there and then take a flight to Las Vegas. So I have like a total of, 4 days of traveling at either end. We're going early because of her birthday. So I was originally planning on just being away for 10 days. And now it's turned into 2 weeks. So I have been really stressed out about this trip, about preparing for this trip, about trying to pre-film and all that stuff. And I've been trying to get out a lot of content as well before I leave. So any time that I would have spent pre-filming, I feel like I've just been spending just kind of, doing regular work beforehand. And, the blog launch and then sweatshirts and orders are still coming in, which is so fantastic, but it's very time consuming, packing and shipping all of those boxes. So anyway, you get my drift. It's been hectic, like everyone. It's hectic. It's hectic whenever we prep for a trip. But I did want to show you some things that I did get for the trip. I really don't know if I'm going to have like the time or the bandwidth to do like a pack with me. But I'm definitely gonna be vlogging while I'm there. So you'll see a good bit of what I do bring with me. But I did wanna show you, I bought some more packing cubes. So I had some packing cubes when I went to Tokyo. They were so helpful. But I can't find them. There's like a few travel items that I can't find. And I know I did that thing where I like tucked them away thinking, oh, this is the perfect place for them. I'll remember where I put these, and now I can't find them. So anyway, I just went onto Amazon and I picked up some of these packing cubes, and they have like a mesh top, which is great so you can see what's inside. the packing cubes that I had before, I think they were solid black, and I got them from Muji. And so I kind of learned, I was like, let me get like mesh or clear tops. So there's a whole set that I got from big, this is probably like the middle, medium size, to small. And like I said, they're really great. I was kind of like, oh my God, that's such an anal packing move, packing cubes, but they really do help. They really, really help in terms of just space. I really don't want to bring like a massive suitcase. I think I'm just going to bring the 2 suitcases that I bought to go back to New York. It's like a medium Rimowa and a carry-on Rimowa, and then I'll have a carry-on bag. And that's it. I really don't want to bring too much. The weather over in Marrakesh, I just checked, is like similar to Vegas, but it's still a little bit warm. Like it's just cooled down in Vegas, where it hasn't cooled down there. So I'm pretty much just going to be wearing like dresses, and that's it. I'm going to bring like sandals. I think we're going to go on a hike one day. So I'm going to bring some sneakers. We're going to go to the beach one day. I'm going to bring a bathing suit. So just, you know, like random stuff. But again, I'm going to definitely try and keep it light. And another thing that I purchased, which I'm really hoping will help me organize because it has really gotten out of control, the electronics, like all of the power cords and the little power adapters that I need to bring. And I did have to get, it's not a converter because I think the voltage is the same, but it's like an adapter. So they have the same plugs. I think these are the same plugs that you'd find in the UK. And I can use my American plugs in there. So anyway, I got 2 of those. And then I got this case, which is meant for like your electronics. So obviously I'm gonna bring my vlogging camera, I'm gonna bring extra batteries. And these are all like little elastic straps where I can put like all of the little cables and stuff. So I'm excited for this. I'm like, why did it take me this long to get something like this? Because I've just been throwing all of the cables and all of the like rechargeable batteries and all the little tripods, all that stuff into like this kind of big sack, and it always ends up a complete and total mess. So I'm excited to give this a shot. Yeah, I feel really late to the game. I'm sure you all have one already. So yeah, so those are some packing things that I got. And then I did pick up some dresses, which I'll show you guys in a bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed. I do have some work that I need to get done before I leave, so I'm gonna do that, but I will be back in a bit and show you like the dresses and stuff that I got for the trip. Wow, I'm having a heck of a morning. So it's actually been a couple days since I last filmed that segment where I was in my robe and I had just gotten out of the shower. And I just filmed a whole bunch of stuff. I was showing you like some dresses, which I'll show you again. Some dresses that I purchased for my trip to Morocco. I am leaving really soon, so I'm starting to freak out. But anyway, I'm just having a heck of a morning. Like I said, I was just filming, and then all of a sudden I got this message on my camera that said, like it couldn't write to the memory card. Do you want to retrieve the data? I was like, okay, retrieve the data. I did that, and it was like, okay, great. And I went back, and none of that footage that I was just filming appeared. So anyway, so that was one thing. And then I got into a car accident this morning. I'm fine. The other driver is actually totally fine because he was driving a huge truck, like one of those huge, like trucks carrying like he was literally carrying like sides of buildings on the back of his truck. So that's how big his truck was. He was totally fine. He got out of the car. He turned into me basically. And he got out of the car. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Actually, you know, I'm okay. And so we were just kind of chatting. We were waiting for the cops to come, and we were talking about all the construction that's going on in Vegas. So anyway, neither of us were going very quickly. So just like the side of my car looks like it got like sideswept, and it drives fine. Like I could drive home fine. So anyway, I'm super, super thankful for that. I mean, like so thankful. Like my entire drive home, I was like, thank God, like that could have been so much worse. He could have turned right into me, right into like the driver's side door. We could have been going a lot faster. I mean, whatever, any scenario would have been a gazillion times worse. So I'm really grateful for that, especially because I'm leaving on my trip soon. And then and then there's been like other things. It's just been like a really weird, I feel like Mercury's in retrograde, even though I know it's not. But I'm a Virgo, as you guys know, and my rising is Gemini, and both of those signs are ruled by Mercury. And so when Mercury goes in retrograde, sometimes I really feel cursed. But yeah, today's just gonna be one of those days. One of those days. So anyway, let me show you these dresses again. God, I'm so annoyed. Okay, and now my tripod is acting weird. This is as high as I can get it, so I'm kind of slumped over, sorry. So I went onto Amazon and did a search for caftans. A friend actually tipped me off. I think he was going to some like caftan party and he was like, oh my God, Amazon has the best ones. I was like, okay. So I went onto Amazon and yeah, I found some nice ones. So what I had come across was, and I think it's more of like a typical caftan silhouette, is that it's just like an open V-neck here. And I'm not the biggest fan of that. Like, I don't like to show a lot of like cleavage. And I also feel like, you know, if I'm walking around or whatever, like an open neck like that can like, you know, like fall to the side, fall to the back. Like it just ends up looking a little sloppy sometimes. So I really like to find ones that have a little bit more like structure in the neck. So this black one has like a mandarin collar here, and it's basically just like a split open, and then it's not that deep. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. It's black, it's simple, it just basically is two pieces of fabric sewn together, and then a little opening for your arms that are the armhole. So that's the armhole. So it's also not too deep, which is great. So it's not like when you lift your arm, it's like, you know, full shot of your bra. So, so that is one. And then I got these two, which are basically the same style, but in two different fabrics. So this one kind of has a similar silhouette to the black one, but it's buttoned all the way to the top. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. It's like a little bit more of a shirt dress, which you guys know I love, which I have on. So I love this brown and black stripe. I just love it. I just think it's so cool looking, I think. Anyway, it just kind of reminds me of, I don't know, lounge chairs, beach chairs are usually like white and black striped. What is that, like cabana stripe? So that's what this reminded me of. So it just, I don't know, it seemed appropriate for warm weather. I don't know, maybe I'm nuts. And then I got this zebra print one, which I'm okay with. I wish it was just more like white and black without these like weird like blush tones in the background, but it's fine. And I actually ordered a leopard print one, just like this, but the coloring of the leopard print was odd. It was a little bit odd. It was like the background of the leopard print was in a brown or a khaki. It was more like a peach. And so it almost looked like it was like worn down a little bit. So anyway, I returned that one. But this style, they have like a bunch of different fabrics in this particular style, and yeah, it's just, they're fantastic. So anyway, I'm gonna link to all this down below if you're interested, but these are so great. Oh, and these have pockets. Did I show you that? These have pockets. So this one and the striped one has pockets. I don't believe, no, this black one does not have a pocket, does not have a pocket situation. This shirt dress that I'm wearing is also from Amazon, does not have pockets. And I showed this to you in a previous vlog. I didn't try it on for you. I just like held it up because I wasn't sure if I was gonna keep it. I thought maybe I was gonna return it, but I really love it. It is super duper long. I don't even know if I can back up all the way. Can you see the bottom? It's super duper long. It basically hits my ankles, but it's just great. It's pretty lightweight. It's actually kind of sheer. I feel like in the sunlight, you can kind of like see through the dress. So when I do travel with this, I'm just gonna wear like tights underneath. And you know, for something so simple and kind of frumpy in a way, every time I've worn this out in Vegas, I've gotten a compliment from men and women. This like young man actually came up to me and he was like, I love your dress. I was like, oh, thanks. He was like, I wish I could wear that dress. I was like, you can wear whatever you want. I was like, you can get this off of Amazon. He was like, oh my God, it's so awesome. So anyway, that was a very nice compliment. So this is another dress that I'm definitely gonna be packing for Morocco. And then this one This may look familiar to you. This is the dress that I got in black and just fell in love with because it has this opening in the back, which is so much fun, but it's like over your underwear, under your bra. So like you're not like accidentally flashing anyone. And this color I really, really like. I wasn't sure about it. You know, when you shop online, sometimes the color depiction doesn't look quite right. The black obviously was kind of a no-brainer, but I was like, you know what, let me try this brown. I really like it. It's like a mushroom khaki kind of brown. And I ended up getting extra large instead of the large. So I have the large in the black, and that fits, it like fits. So I wanted something a little looser, you guys know me. I wanted something a little bit looser, and especially when I travel, I want something that's just really flowy, really comfortable, something I don't have to think about. We're gonna go out to eat a lot, all of the things. So I was like, let me just get the extra large. So I got this, I love this, and this also has pockets. Yes. So aside from those 4 outfits, I'm just gonna be bringing stuff that you've seen me wear like 1,000 times. Probably some more shirt dresses, some more tops, a pair of jeans, definitely some like leggings and like workout tops, or just, you know, days where I feel like we're just gonna be like walking around. There's definitely a day where we're gonna be hiking. So yeah, I'm gonna bring like a workout outfit. And it does get cool there at night. It's actually similar to Vegas in the weather. So it's gonna be cool at night. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, I'm gonna bring one of my sweatshirts, one of my logo sweatshirts, because it's so comfy. I think it's gonna be perfect for the plane. But in terms of once we get there, I'm trying to figure out what kind of layering piece I want. Do I just want a hoodie? I did actually get this from H&M a couple months ago, just sort of in anticipation for the cooler weather, which I love so much, so I was really excited. It's one of these like padded liner coats that have become really, really popular. So it's got pockets, it's got, you know, a split hem here with some snaps for closure, and it's got like a crew neck here. And yeah, it's like, it's really light, but I don't know if it's light enough. It's like such a strange sort of temperature to have to dress for, which I'm realizing living in Vegas, like that 62 degrees at night. It's like, is that cold or is that comfortable? I mean, I guess it depends on who you are. So anyway, I don't want to overpack. So I really just want to pack like smart items that can like move through a lot of different sort of like climates and like occasions and situations and all that stuff. So we'll see. I may bring that as well. But anyway, like I said, I am going to be vlogging while I'm there. So you'll definitely get a peek at, you know, what those dresses look like, what I did end up bringing. I'm just so pressed for time, you guys. And yeah, it's just been crazy. We actually just brought Miss Butters back to K9, her daycare, for the first time since her attack. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, I guess I'm feeling kind of anxious. I told them, you know, please keep an eye on her. They have a ton of dogs they have to keep an eye on, but I was like, please keep an eye on her, because she tends to lash out, and I'm like, I don't want her starting fights, or, you know, if someone is just playing with her and kind of goes towards that side where she was bitten, you know, I don't know how she's gonna react. So I don't know, it's not like I'm waiting for a phone call, but kind of. I kind of am. So it's just kind of a crazy day, and yeah, I'm leaving really soon. So I need to start packing. And like I said, when you see this vlog, I'll already be over there, and I've pre-filmed some stuff. So you'll see some other like videos come up while I'm there. And yeah, I think my next vlog though will be my Morocco vlog. Oh, and let me show you what I ended up purchasing for this trip. I ended up getting another product at Hermes because I think I told you, so I'm joining my friend who's going on a yoga retreat. That's where we're going, to Marrakesh. And she was originally going with her very good friend who she's met through yoga, and they've become very close or whatever. So I don't know this friend of hers really well. And you know, I kind of feel like I'm crashing the party, and I felt really, really bad. And I kept telling my friend, it's not a big deal. And she was like, please. She's like, dying to meet you, dying to hang out, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. So because I had gotten my friend a bracelet for her birthday, and then I picked one up for myself. Sorry, my cleaning lady just came into the bathroom. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the bracelet that I got my friend's friend because I didn't want her to feel left out. You know, we're gonna be going out for my friend's birthday and there's no way I can make a bow this pretty. I don't know how they do that. I'm sure they're trained. So here is the bracelet pouch. And so I just got her a simple bangle and I don't know her. So I just got her the Hermes orange. So, oh my God, the lighting in here is crazy. So it's just a gold toned bangle with the Hermes orange like enameled in there. And then it just says, I don't know if you could see that, it says Hermes Paris right in there. Is there anything else on here? No, that's it. So anyway, just picked that up for her because like I said, I just didn't want her to feel left out. And I really feel like I'm like crashing their party. So anyway, I'm going to do some work, start packing. I have to do laundry and I'll be back this evening. I'm out on the balcony from our bedroom and it is finally cool enough for me to fire up the little fire pit that we got. So we ended up getting this, I thought we got this, I can't remember, but it was too warm when we got it basically. So we've just been waiting for it to get cool. So I'm gonna fire it up for the first time. My husband actually tested it out, but I actually personally have not sat out here with it yet. Here's our beautiful fire pit. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's quite a bit of contrast between the flames and the rest, but it is a beautiful evening out. Just gorgeous. I made myself a cup of chamomile. Miss Butters is on the other side. She's not curious about this fire pit at all, thank goodness. This is really a wonderful time of the year here in Vegas. If ever you're thinking about visiting, late October, early November is a great, great time.